When you first show up, there's a level in which you expect something really impressive because you read about it in the Old Testament and you have this vision in your mind of what it can look like. And then you go back and read the passages, you realize that the thing was a pretty simple building on the outside. It was the inside that had all the things that covered with gold and all that. So it was a little bit of a reality check of reading that scripture properly, going, this is how the Israelite camp would have viewed this thing from the outside looking in. But when you walk into the inside and hear the audio guided tour, hear the things going on, it really gives a deep appreciation for what I read in scripture.
I'm excited about asking my Jewish friends to this experience, mainly because one of the audios is in Hebrew. It's not actually in Hebrew, but it's from the Hebrew perspective of the tabernacle. It transports you back in time to when Moses built the tabernacle and he went to the tabernacle to worship God.
This is interactive, this is educational, this is immersive. You'll be going in and you'll be surrounded by it. You'll be put in the place of Israelites who actually were going through the tabernacle themselves. This is something that's going to be truly unique to not only Jewish culture, but also to the history of Christianity as a whole, and just the early days of what it was like to experience God in that capacity and what it was like for him to come down and live in that place, and for us to kind of get a sense of what it must have been like for them.
We will be able to see everything with our eyes and hear narration that will explain what God wanted his people to do. My hope is that everyone who goes through the tabernacle experience will want to have a closer relationship with God. I've talked to all my neighbors that live on my street. I've talked to my dentist and his staff and invited them. I've also invited my doctor and his staff.
I'm going to the Tabernacle experience because I love interactive events. You actually feel like you go back in time almost. It's the same with The Chosen, and kind of get a grasp of what it was like to live in that time. I've asked everybody I come in contact with, almost. A lot of folks at the office. I've reached out to brother and sister-in-law in Shreveport, my brother and sister-in-law down in Waxahachie that are actually going to bring some folks from their church. Who are you bringing?
Who are you bringing?
Who are you bringing?